Sony has been very quick with the PlayStation 5 updates and feature rollouts, and today they announced a rather big one that has everyone talking. I can't wait to share with everybody all the amazing details. This is definitely a video you don't want to miss. Hey there everyone, I'm the Crapgamer, and this of course is Crapgamer Reviews, your home for gaming news, opinion, reviews, and more. You probably have noticed a few cool changes around here, but that shouldn't stop you from giving us a like and possibly consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for choosing to spend some of your free time with me and my silly YouTube channel. Every new generation we get a ton of updates and performance increases from these companies. Video game consoles are no longer standalone and non-evolving platforms. It really does feel like Sony has put out some quickness with their movements on the PlayStation 5 and given us updates much more often than they were previous generations. This is actually quite a good thing to see because the development kits are in constant flux, often growing and becoming better and better with time. It means the consoles we buy at launch are much better with a little time and age behind them. A good example of this would be to look at the launch games on a console and then look at some of the games that end that console's life cycle. A perfect illustration for me personally would be to look at a game like Saints Row on Xbox 360 versus Halo 4 on the Xbox 360 at the end of its life cycle. These were night and day differences. We continue to see different things like this. We can even look at the PS3. You can look at something like Haze or Lair at the beginning of it versus an Uncharted 3 at the end of it, and you can see that there is a huge contrast in what they can do, and that's because these things are constantly growing. Even the dashboards themselves continually grow, continually evolve, continually to adapt. We get new apps, new games, new features, new everything. Well, today, a new PlayStation 5 firmware update has gone live, introducing system-wide performance improvements. This 21.02-04-03.00 firmware update, which is around almost a gig in size, doesn't really do a whole lot, but there is some key things that it does do with system performance. The system update performance system software update is as followed. The latest major PlayStation 5 firmware update has been released. According to this, introducing interface improvements, new gaming and social experience customizations, and support for M.2 solid-state drive expansion. Like this, okay, basically the coolant structure using an M.2 solid-state drive with your PlayStation 5 console requires effective heat dissipation with a coolant structure, such as a heat sink, and you can actually attach one to your M.2 solid-state drive yourself in either a single-sided format or double-sided format. There are also M.2 solid-state drive that has coolant structures such as heat sinks built in. There's a lot of cool little things that are also in here talking about the different height and length and things like that you're able to sort of go into. Sony has done a fantastic job with making sure that these updates come at a really quick pace, and they're offering a lot of features. Are they giving us features that everybody's asking for right at this particular moment? I think that's another question altogether, but this one is in particular live and can be downloaded directly from the console or actually from the PlayStation site. Now, there's plenty of people still waiting on more popular features and updates to come to the PlayStation 5. Obviously, VRR is coming very soon, but we have no exact time as to when we can expect that. There's also some features currently in beta in certain markets that I've talked about previously, but I'll go over again just for the sake of going over them. Sharing your PlayStation screenshots to mobile right now is a painful process, but hope seems to be on the horizon. Sony has at last recognized that its community would like to share screenshots and game clips to their smartphone or tablet. It just makes sharing them with everyone much easier. The PlayStation Creator has launched a beta test allowing certain PlayStation owners to share their captured content using PlayStation mobile apps. Want to know more about it? Let's dig into it real quick. According to the PlayStation support page, PlayStation owners in Canada and Japan can rejoice, as they can now share their PS4 and PS5 screenshots and game clips via the PlayStation app, which is obviously available for Android as well as iOS. Up to now, this feature has been missing from the PlayStation app and associated consoles. Xbox has it, and PlayStation owners have been complaining loudly for years that they don't want, that they actually want this. So this is part of the reason Sony needs to improve its overall social experience, and this is something that a lot of people have talked about in terms of wanting a bit of an overhaul with some of these things. It is currently possible to share created media from console to smartphone, but the process is so long-winded, so hopefully the beta test will roll out soon for everyone. As mentioned, you need to live in Canada or Japan to access the beta. Currently, Now, all you need to do is update your app to the latest version and you're good to go to test the feature out. Obviously, this is something that's going to come to the United States and other territories before too long as well. If you want to test out the new sharing feature, then fire the app up, head to the library, find captures in there, and your screenshots videos should be available. Now you can select download them or share them. You can also share via, which means you can share content outside of the PlayStation ecosystem, such as with another application like WhatsApp. Now, what's really interesting is this is something that Xbox has been doing for a little while now. What I mean they've been doing it for a little while now is really, really cool. And, basically, there's just one of the things that really kind of is upsetting is the fact that if I'm downloading games and things like that and I'm playing a game on my Xbox, I can save screenshots and I can save videos and they'll be in my app. Right, so a lot of people go, oh, well, it's not really a big deal. I'm very popular. Well, I wouldn't say popular, but I am a sexy beast on social media. And so when I want to share videos or screenshots or whatever, it's easy to do 4 at a time because I could just go to my app and download those clips, or I can download the screenshots and then put them on the Twitter. Right now on PlayStation, you can only do 1 at a time directly from the PlayStation. I don't like doing that. I would love doing the idea of being able to, save them and then upload them 4 at a time or whatever. I think it gives a little bit more weight to them and people can look at them a little bit better. So I really prefer to do it that way. So which files will you be able to share with the PlayStation app? I think that's something a lot of people are going to be talking about. Even if you do have access to the beta testing, there's still only certain files you can share. Prepare for some mild disappointment if you own a PlayStation 5, though. According to the support page, you can only share gameplay videos under 3 minutes that are non-4K. Sorry, PS5 and PS4 Pro owners, no 4K sharing for you. Screenshots taken from the Create menu or Create button shortcuts. So if you've just recorded an entire Warzone battle, you won't be able to share the full video, no matter how impressive all of your captures are. They will all be uploaded to the cloud, and they'll remain available for 14 days during beta testing. Note that some sharing features may not make the final cut, while other features might change because, after all, this is just a beta. Hopefully, we'll all see this update soon. Fingers crossed this beta will prove successful and Sony will roll it out. You can share your screenshots and videos to mobile, but it is a complete pain to do so in its current form. Thankfully, Sony appears to be improving the PlayStation app and working hard to make the whole PlayStation ecosystem more convenient with the technology. One of the best things Sony has done is started taking gamer input for their updates, which is something I talked about earlier. While some obviously aren't happy with certain aspects of it, others just want easier access to things like the power button. Now, as long as Sony is a fan focused and they continue to pay attention to what gamers are actually asking for, they'll stay in good shape. And from the sales that we're seeing from the PlayStation 5, it's a fair promise that consoles will continue to stay healthy and sell extremely well for a very long time. And I think that's what we all want. As fans, we want to see these things continue to do well. I love seeing the updates coming from Sony. Nothing stands still. Nothing is static anymore. Everything continues to grow. Everything continues to evolve. And that is an amazing thing. I'm looking forward to being able to do all these different things. Better performance on a PlayStation 5 is welcome. Even if you're just getting a few extra frames or whatever, I think that's still well worth it. It's exciting. It's an exciting time to be a PlayStation 5 owner. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you do enjoy my content, consider leaving a like, share, or even subscribe. Thanks for watching. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, Crapgamer 'em up. Crapgamer out.
Turns out, the same people as always. Dropping the facts. It's not cross-gen.